What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning to Twisted Youngins, the most unorthodox show on the globe. We hope everyone is having a blessed day, staying out the way, keeping the Lord first. We appreciate you all liking, commenting, subscribing. And as always, I am one of your hosts, Myra B. King.
And this is Desi Daz, and we have a special guest in the building. Let the people know who you are.
Man, it's KB Fokus, man, the hood pastor at TikTok, man. I'm talking about.
All right, man. Welcome to the show. KB Fokus, the hood pastor of TikTok. Why do you call yourself the hood pastor?
I mean, the people gave me that name, and I just ran with it because I'm like, hey, I be preaching the word. I'm from the hood, so hey, it goes well, I guess. Then plus, I try to make sure when I do preach the word, like it's from a hood term or culture term or whatever that people can actually understand it. So I just ran with it. That was all.
How long you been giving the word out?
Sure. I got saved I got saved in 2016, so I was probably like 19 or 20 years old. And then I got church hurt or whatever the case may be. So after I got church hurt, I left, you know what I'm saying, the church, and then I went out and did my thing in the streets or whatever. So I just really just came back not too long ago. Honestly. I just came back probably not too long ago.
So let's talk about that, like your life before you came back and fully submitted yourself to the Lord. And what was your life like before then?
But long story short, for about three years, probably like been deep in the streets. I'm doing a whole lot of things, like a whole lot. And I had a lot of friends basically that turned on me, set me up. I got shot in the head, I got shot in the arm. Let me see.
Well, let's start here. How did you first get involved with the streets? How did you first get in the streets?
I became at like 9 years old. And 9 years old, because my whole family, they from the streets, my whole family. And so at 9 years old, I became a blood, 49 Kings or whatever. And my cousin was like my big influence. Like I wanted to be just like him because he had all respect in the streets. Everybody was scared of him, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I want to be like him, you know what I'm saying? He popular. And I was lame or whatever the case may be as a kid. So then we joined, he basically created his own gang in the streets. Of course, he gonna put me down or whatever. So he hooked me up. And of course, my cousin, he 5 years older than me. So I'm hanging around older dudes or whatever. And they exposed me to a whole lot of stuff or whatever. And after that, my mom, she was real strict, so I couldn't really do nothing. Like she definitely didn't want really nothing to do with me if I was doing that type of stuff. So she sent me to like foster homes, and she sent me to like group homes and stuff like that. And I was still thugging in there too, you know what I'm saying? So after I was in the group homes and the foster homes and stuff like that, I was getting kicked out of them. And then, but I didn't want to be home anyway because like I had a horrible past with my mom. Like I was rejected by my mom. Like she had her favorites or whatever. And it wasn't nothing like bad or whatever the case may be because she was a kid with a kid. So I couldn't really too much blame her like for how she did. And then on top of that, she wanted a daughter anyway. So of course when she actually had my sister, of course that was gonna be her favorite. But yeah, so she was like send me to these group homes or whatever the case may be. And one of them I actually liked, so I tried to stay there, but they only had it to where you can be there for like a month. I think I was in like the 8th grade by then. When I was in like the 8th grade by then, something really bad had happened to me, and I had basically got like beat to death or whatever. And so I moved with my granny then. After that, that's when I linked up with my cousin, and he was really thugging. And he ended up going to jail for 10 years after that. So I was lost after that. I'm like, dang, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I tried to keep thugging, but I mean, without my cousin, I really felt like empty because I'm like, I felt alone. Like he had my loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like he put me on everything and everybody. He gave me the knowledge of the streets and stuff like that. So after that, I had my first kid with 15. I was like 15 when I had my first kid. So I slowed down. After that, I slowed my life down. After that, I started working. I was going to school. I was going to drop out, but I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just go ahead and finish. So I ended up finishing school or whatever. I joined the Army. After I joined the Army, I left. I got married. And then, you know what I'm saying? I tried to live peaceful, but that really didn't work out. So I came back home. After I came back home, I had to finish school because I joined the Army when I was 17. I finished high school, whatever the case may be. I was really having problems with my baby moms or whatever the case may be at the time. And but because she had dropped out to take care of our son. So I kept going to school. Once I kept going to school, whatever, I ended up finishing. And then the love, I could tell the love changed by then. So it was like, but I was like, nah, I'm going to keep it what you got. Because I always made a promise to myself when I was a kid. I said, man, anybody that I have a kid with, I'm going to marry them. You know what I'm saying? I kept that promise. I was like, I'm going to get married to her. So yeah, I mean, really love wasn't there, but whatever. So we got married anyways. I left for Virginia for a couple months. And when I was gone, it was just the worst time of my life. I was ready to quit the Army and come back home because it was so much of a disconnect. And I was so into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want to make this work. Like, I married you for a reason, so I want to make this work and this and that. So that's a whole story within itself. But anyway, as I come back or whatever, when I came back, I could tell she wasn't feeling it. But I mean, she was pregnant, you know what I'm saying? So, and it wasn't mine. So that was like one of the darkest times of my life. Like, that was one of the darkest times of my life. And I'm like, God, yeah, I'm like, man, this is one of the worst times of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going through all that or whatever the case may be. But I'm like, this is the thing of you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? I never got nobody pregnant, but like before we had got married, I mean, we had got together when we was 14 years old. Like, whenever I was going through everything in my life, that's how we met. Like, so we basically like had a trauma bond. So that's why we were so connected with each other. So we didn't want to let each other go because we was codependent on each other. But I mean, was it love? I feel like at a point it was, but at the most part, it was mostly history. It really wasn't. The love had been faded, you know?
It was puppy love.
Yeah, basically, you know what I'm saying? But I was with her for like 10 years.
So when you got met, like, while you was married, she got pregnant by another man's baby?
Yeah.
Dang.
It was when I was going with the Army. They
say it's a high rate of women that cheat on their man. Yeah, divorces, you know, when a person is in the Army or the military.
For the most part, most people, man, people don't want to know the truth, but I'm gonna tell the truth. I really don't care. For the most part, most people, they ain't even really getting married for love no more. They get married, bro, for like benefits.
Benefit package.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what because you get paid more whenever when it benefits you in the Army. You know what I'm saying? So that's really.
It seems like you coming from what you went through so thus far at this point that you really want a family and to make it work. Like, I'm in the Army, I got my wife, I got my baby.
Was you faithful with her?
Huh?
Was you faithful to her while you were gone?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely while I was gone. Like, I did my dirt, you know what I'm saying, before we ever got married. Like, whenever we was kids, I was at school and stuff like that. But after school and stuff like that, I'm like, nah, bro. Like, like, we grown up.
Did she know?
Yeah.
Like, let her know, like, it's not.
Yeah, because she did it too. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a kind of a back and forth thing. But it was like, I was like, nah, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop this, bro. Like, we gonna grow up now. We about to be 18. You know what I'm saying? We about to be grown-ups now. And then on top of that, I'm like, all we got is each other. And that's all we usually always have each other. That's before I knew anything about God anyways.
Right. So she didn't know, she wasn't following the Lord either. Yeah, it's kind of hard for a woman or man to be faithful when you're not following the Lord, because I'm pretty sure you going off to, you know, you're in the military or whatever. She at home, you know, the devil, hey, it get hot.
Nah. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying?
It get hot, and you got all these dudes. They hopping in the inbox. You know, dudes thirsty. He off at the military. What you trying to do? You know?
Exactly. And that's kind of how it was. But the whole time, I didn't know that she was messing with dude before I even left. I didn't know that though. I was oblivious to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking she just innocent, you know what I'm saying? Innocent, this and that. And you know what I'm saying? She ain't doing nothing. What? And I'm like, wow. Like when I found out, when I tell you, I was like, that was the darkest moment of my life. Like that was one of the darkest moments ever.
Did you know the dude?
Nah, I didn't know him.
Okay, so from here, you know, this is the darkest moment of your life. You know, the child isn't yours, and so moving on your journey, like, what happens after this? Like,
I mean, she lost the baby or whatever. So as she lost the baby or whatever, I forgave her. I forgave her, whatever the case may be. And then we move in. Then at the time I had like a pride and an ego issue. So I'm not like, man, ain't nobody gonna get her pregnant with me. You know what I'm saying? So what I do, I get her pregnant. And then boom, we end up having our second kid. And we had finally moved to our first apartment. And that's whenever like God started tugging at my heart. And I was all like, I didn't know what it was. I don't know what's going on or whatever. But I just got a rush and a real rush to like know who God is. I don't know what it was, but I got an urge one day to just start reading the Bible. Like I downloaded the app on my phone, and when I downloaded the app, I just started reading. And like I say, the first book I read, it was Job. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, like I'm really interested in this book. You know what I'm saying? So I'm reading. And I'm like,
real quick, what made you go to Job?
To be honest, it's just the first thing I clicked on.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it was literally the first thing that I clicked on the app. So I don't know if God led me to that or what, but it was like when I was reading it, I'm like, wow, bro, this is literally what I'm going through. Because at the time, like I said, we had just got an apartment, but like I was going through problems at the job, right? And like I was gonna lose my job, the apartment, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, I need something to lean on. I don't know what it was. I didn't smoke at the time, but then I was just starting to drink and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, bro, I need something to lean on. So I just started reading the Bible, and Job was the first book that I clicked on. And I was reading. I'm like, wow, bro, like I really relate to this story. You know what I'm saying? I might lose everything. So shoot, after I started reading the book of Job or whatever, right? Then I just started getting interested more and more. So I just started getting in tune to it. So I just started reading everything. I forgot what was the next book I read. I think it was like Psalms or something. But I just started reading and reading and reading. And then me and my baby mama, we spreading apart. Like the more that I'm reading, the more we getting into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but I'm ignoring her. Like she just bickering at me and da. And I'm just in the word. It's just like everything blocked out. So eventually she moved out the apartment. I started losing my friends or whatever. And after I started losing my friends, I was telling them, I'm like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I'm finna start following God. Why would you do that, bro? Like I'm just saying though, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, God good. But why would you do that, bro? Like, you got all this, you got this, and you got the girls, and you got that, and that. Because I still had girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that I was entertaining, but they wanted me. Bro, like, you got what I want. You know what I'm saying? You got what I want. I'm looking at bro, I'm like, bro, like, I can't believe you really just said that to me, you know? But he was like, bro, like, why would you want to give all that up, bro, just to follow God? I'm like, well, because I feel like he got something more to offer me. So then that's when I started looking at Christian rappers and stuff like that, because I was always rapping, you know what I'm saying, whether it was worldly or whatever. So I'm like, man, I said, I'm thinking I'm about to be the first Christian rapper. I didn't know that Christian rap had been freaking like going on. Again, like I said, I was only 19 at the time or 20. And so I started looking at Christian rappers on YouTube or whatever. And the first Christian rapper that I had seen was my boy Deontay Hall. We cool to this day now. Like, that's my dog. And it's just funny because it's like, I didn't know him. I just seen he had a whole lot of views on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Christian rapping or whatever. And then next thing you know, I ended up getting locked in with him. And it was crazy. And now that's my dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, to this day, you know what I'm saying? And we still talk or whatever. And so what happened? So like I said, I started losing all my friends. Then my baby mama, she left or whatever. So shoot, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just go on. I didn't know what fasting was at the time, but I was like, bro, I'm just about to get off social media and I'm gonna just stop talking to everybody and I'm gonna just follow God. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's what I called it at the time. And then I found out that that's what fasting was. So I stopped eating for a certain amount of time, and then I stopped watching worldly, stopped listening to the worldly music. I stopped watching the worldly shows, and I stopped hanging with everybody. And then I just was in the Bible, like I was in the Bible real deep. And when I was in the Bible real deep, and then I was worshiping, I was praying, and then it's just like I stopped cussing. I stopped having the desires that I had. You know what I'm saying? So I think like, because I think I was gonna do it for like 30 days. And I think about day 24, I think it was like day 24 or whatever, or day 23, one of them. I was in real deep prayer and worship at the time. And like I said, all I did all day, every day was read the Bible. And one day I fell asleep. And when I fell asleep, literally God spoke to me. Like literally God spoke to me. And I ain't one of them people that be like, well, God said this, this, and that. I ain't never one of them people ever, like ever in my life. God literally spoke to me, and it scared me. So it was like I was asleep, and then I heard a voice, right? It said, my son, right? And I woke up, you know what I'm saying? I got real scared. And I'm like, what the free? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking there's a ghost or something. So then like something had like laid me back down. Like it literally like had laid me back down or whatever. And when it laid me back down, it was like real peaceful. I don't know what it was, but I fell right back to sleep. And then he was all like, what did he say? He was all like, don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who are you? I'm asking like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm tripping or whatever. He was all like, I know you're going to get this tattoo. This is whenever I was going to get this tattoo. It's Jesus or whatever. It's Jesus and the Calvary or whatever. He was all like, I know you're going to get this tattoo tomorrow. I've already forgiven you. And I'm like, who are you? I'm still asking like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? That's talking to me. He was all like, I need you to speak to the people that was at the what did he say? I need you to speak to the people that's at the tattoo shop. And then I'm like, wow, like, what am I supposed to say? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what am I supposed to say? And then next thing you know, like, I just woke up or whatever. So I'm like, what the freak am I supposed to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And then it's just like, I just really just got back in worship and I was crying and all type of stuff. And I had called my aunt and I was telling them, bro, I think God spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, I'm like, maybe my mom just playing tricks on me or something. That's what I was telling them. I'm like, I think my mom playing tricks on me or something. But somebody just woke me up and they called me my son. You know what I'm saying? They were saying that they forgave me. And you know what I'm saying? Because again, I know nothing about God, but I'm still learning, you know? So I ended up going to the tattoo shop or whatever, got the tattoo. When I got the tattoo, I was telling bro, I was all like, we were just chopping it up. This was my homeboy from school or whatever, right? And we were just chopping it up or whatever. And he was saying, he was telling me, yeah, bro, I see you on a God tip or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to follow God, whatever. And he like, yeah, bro, he was like, yeah, bro, I don't really believe no more. And then I'm like, wow, maybe this is why he wanted me to talk to these people. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't gonna never just give you the whole plan, bro. He gonna be with you whenever you what you call it. Then on top of that, what if he would have told me what to say and then I would have freaking switched up the words of, man, I forgot what he told me to say. You know what I'm saying? So I was all like, okay. So then I prayed, I'm like, God, be with me. Let me know what to say to these people. So he talking it up and he chopping it up with me. And I'm like, why you say that, bro? Why you don't believe no more? And then he was all like, well, bro, I grew up Christian. He was like, I grew up a Christian. And I got homeboys that's Buddhist and I got homeboys that's Muslim and stuff like that. So he was like, one day he just asked them all, he was all like, well, why do you believe what you believe? He was like, well, that's just how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know. And then he asked all of them and they all said the same thing. So he was telling them, he was all like, well, if I grew up Christian, then how do I know my way is right? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all think y'all way is right too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all grew up that same way or whatever. And I'm thinking that my way is right when we could all be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made him stop believing or whatever. And he was all like, bro, it'd really take God, bro, to come down himself and show me that he real, bro, for me to believe, right? And then I just started giving them the word or whatever the case may be, the word that I did know at the time. I'm like, I just started giving them word and preaching or whatever, right? And then I asked God, I said, bro, I'm going to ask God to reveal himself to you, bro, because I don't want you to, like, at the time, I'm a new Christian. I'm like, I don't want you to go to hell or nothing like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to ask God to reveal himself to you, this and that. Sure enough, God did reveal himself to him for sure. And now my boy, a new believer, he started believing again or whatever the case may be. I was like, now he got his own tattoo shop and everything, you know? So I was all like, man, God is definitely good. So after that, I got baptized. I started Christian rapping, you know what I'm saying? And after that, I started Christian rapping or whatever. I had like buku shows. And then I felt like my pride was getting the best of me after that. You know what I'm saying? My pride started getting the best of me. And I got in the church, and the church was just so corrupted. It was crazy. Everybody sleeping with everybody talking down on everybody, people stealing money. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. So I left the church. Or whatever. And then after I left the church, then, you know what I'm saying, I started chasing my baby mama again or whatever. And after I started chasing her, because I'm like, dang, I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Clearly that was phony. I ain't finna, that was phony. So I ain't finna be rocking with the church no more. So now I'm going back to what I know, you know what I'm saying? My old vice or whatever. So I started chasing my baby mama again or whatever. And I'm getting further and further away with hers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in a depression. I'm trying to kill myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to overdose on pills and all type of stuff because she don't want to be with me. So after that, I end up, I guess, crying to God or whatever the case may be. And he like restored our marriage or whatever. And after he restored our marriage or whatever, right? Come to find out she was cheating and all type of stuff. So I'm like, man, bro, like this is just, it's not working for me. So then I left Christian rap after that. Then all my Christian rap friends, they turned their back on me or whatever after I left the Christian rap. I'm like, dang, I thought y'all was my friend just for me. I didn't know y'all left me. Y'all was just rocking with me because, you know what I'm saying, I'm bubbling in the streets from the Christian rap. So y'all, you know what I'm saying, they what you call. So now I'm really mad. I'm like, man, I knew this was phony and this and that. So I got back deep in the streets. And when I got back deep in the streets, again, my cousin was still, he locked up at the time, you know what I'm saying? We riding or whatever the case may be. But so I got real deep in the streets and I got rich. And after that,
whoa, wait a second. You got rich. Rich off what? Like what?
A whole lot of stuff.
Rich.
You selling them pills, that weed, that cocaine?
I was doing I ain't never touched no coke, but I was doing a whole lot of, I was selling a lot. It wasn't drugs, but I was selling a lot.
Whoa, what were you selling?
You was prostitute?
I wasn't a prostitute. I wasn't a prostitute.
Oh, so you had some women that was prostitute? You was
man, man.
It is that Houston stuff, ain't it? Pimp C.
Yeah, man, man. These females, bro, they'll do anything.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about?
With money.
Hold on, wait. You say the females will do anything for somebody.
Female, I literally, when I made all that money, I realized, bro, why people sell their soul for it. You literally like a god to people. So all the women, they came, you know what I'm saying, after the money come, of course, women gonna flock. I just started getting all these new friends and, you know what I'm saying? And then I realized, that's why I said I feel like now I see why people sell their soul or whatever the case may be for money, because you're literally like a god to people when you got money. Like they will do whatever you tell them to do. Like I'm talking about, bro, if I wanted to be in a poly relationship or if I wanted an orgy with a lot of women and me or whatever, they would go against their morals just to do whatever I say, just because I have money. I don't even have to give them no money. They just want to be around money because the type of person that I am, like I take care of everybody that's around me. That's just always who I have been. So
sweet talk. You probably know how to sweet talk too.
Huh?
That's saying in sweet talk. You know, you probably know how to sweet talk too. Sweet talk with money and, you know.
Nah, for sure. For sure. But I mean, even whenever I wasn't like deep into God and stuff like that, I was still like I tried to be a good person, whatever that may be.
But that money just increased it.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? It definitely increased it for sure. So I said I had basically started I used to just buy people stuff all the time, designer, cars, pay people rents, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was just always, whenever I made the money in the streets, that's how I would basically like pay God back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't want nothing to do with God, but I would still try to do good deeds. You know what I'm saying? And but eventually, like I started getting too much money, and when I started getting too much money,
what's too much money? What's too much money? I'm sorry, I have to. What's too much money?
Like, I mean, well, for someone like me, I mean, I come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
we all do, yeah.
Yeah. So when you see like over $500,000 in cash, bro, it's like, Yeah, I made that. Yeah, and I come from making literally like I was making like I used to do mortgages and stuff like that. So I used to make like $46,000 a year or something like that. So I jumped from making $46,000 a year to like 750,000 in 1 year. And
this was off the women, or
this is off the street. This is the streets. I mean, I was just the women. They was just for me to get licks. I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? So they was basically like women is the easiest way to get a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like point blank period, because they always fall into lust. So all I had to do is say, hey, he got that money. You know what I'm saying? This and that. And
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? They go break them or whatever the case may be. They gonna go break them. And
because dudes they think with their second hand.
Yeah. Come on, always. They always do. You know what I'm saying? They be ready to give up that money, especially whenever like they in the streets and they like their ego is too big. In the streets, it's a ego war. You know what I'm saying? So let's say we get a section in a club or something, and I got all these bad chicks over there, right? We throwing money. It's always gonna be somebody that think that they bigger than me, got more money than me. So they gonna try to, we gonna have a money war. That's basically what we call it in the club. We're gonna have a money war. So you know what I'm saying? They'll try to throw more money than me or whatever. I'm like, hey, go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, go over to that section, check them out, see what they on, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So they go, they do what they do this, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? They'll get that money, because most of my chicks, they were strippers, you know what I'm saying? They were strippers. So, and they be the one, they already making fast money, they look good, you know what I'm saying? They got the appearance, and they be down for whatever. So they gonna go ahead and go, and they gonna do what they do or whatever. And eventually, like, I started what else after that? That was only lasted for so long because like I had a girlfriend. I had got a girlfriend. And I didn't want her to know nothing about that life. So I wanted her to be basically oblivious, you know what I'm saying, to that whole situation. And but eventually she went through my phone, and then she went through my messages, and yeah, she's kind of seeing what type of person I was or whatever the case may be. And it's like, I was already getting out of the life anyways when I got with her, because I'm like, okay, I already got all this money. You know what I'm saying? I got a house built. You know what I'm saying? I got all my jewelry. I got all the jewelry that I want. My kids taken care of or whatever. So I'm like, I'm about to go ahead and change my life. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and change my life. So I got the girl. I got my girl, whatever. And but I'm still like in the streets though. Like I just wasn't pimping no more. So I'm still in the streets, bro. I'm still getting my money the way I get my money or whatever. And next thing you know, dude broke in my house, right? Dude broke in my house or whatever, stole like 100,000 in cash, stole all my jewelry, all my guns, right? Stole all of it or whatever, right? So I'm hot because I'm like, bro, that's all my money. You know what I'm saying? That's all my bread. Like, I'm super mad then. I'm like super mad. Like, so I'm riding around every day in the hood. I'm riding around because I still had like a big gun in my watch. I had a Scorpion. So I'm riding around every day in the hood with my shiesty mask on and my Scorpion. And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna kill whoever. I don't think you can say that, but I'm unaliving anybody, bro, that I find out that got my jewelry, got my money. I didn't even too much care about the money because I knew I was gonna get the money back. But I was just mad because I'm like, dude, the way that it happened, it's like they literally was watching me because they broke in my crib within 14 minutes. I was only gone for 14 minutes because I went to go get my son from school. So I was gone 14 minutes. As soon as I left, right, I usually wear all my jewelry and have my money on me. But some reason I decided to leave it that day. And I went to get my son. And it was at an unusual time too. It wasn't at the normal time that I go get him. I went to get him early because I was gonna go to Houston and buy a car or whatever. So I was gonna get him and he was gonna be at the crib because my son he about to be 11 now. But I went to get him from school, whatever. And then when I went to go get him from school, I came back, my whole house was ramshacked, door was kicked in, right? And they had found my money. I'm like, how the freak could they find my money? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't put all my money in one place. I like put it in different spots. You know what I'm saying? And so they got my jewelry, got my gun, whatever, right? So I'm riding in the hood trying to find out who did it, this and that. Come to find out, definitely was one of the strippers or whatever the case may be. And And then there was a dude that I had made him like $20,000 or whatever, right? And we fell out because he owed me money. He still owed me money to this day. But we fell out or whatever the case may be. I didn't know we fell out, but I guess to him we fell out, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And I'm like, bro, if you just don't want me to pay, you just don't want me to, if you just don't want to pay me my $1,500 that you owe me, bro, just say that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't got to start no drop beef with me. I really don't care. It's $1,500. Like, but anyways, so he, I guess he set that up or whatever the case may be. And they broke in my career. I'm riding around trying to find out who it was, whatever. Found out who it was or whatever. And then I'm just praying to God. I'm like, man, God, just again, this is that's when I started back praying again. I'm like, God, just if you just give me my money back, if you just bless me with my jewelry again, you know what I'm saying? Praying these selfish prayers. And I'm like, maybe just give me my money back. You just, you know what I'm saying? Give me my guns back. I mean, not guns, but if you just bless me with a play so I can get my money back and I can get back on my feet, this and that. And I'm just praying this every day, right? So I was depressed probably for like 2 weeks. I moved back with my mama. And I was depressed for probably like 2 weeks or whatever. And then after probably about 2 or 3 weeks, I got out my funk or whatever, right? And then I just started getting money again. Next thing you know, I think within like a month and a half, I think I made like 320,000. Within like a month and a half, I made like 320,000. And I was making so much bread. I'm like, dang, I didn't even realize I was making that much money. So then I got all my jewelry back. You know what I'm saying? I got new cars. Then I bought my mama a Benz.
You think God gave it to you?
Nah, of course God didn't give me that.
Okay, amen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course God didn't. But it was, I mean, the God that what God, you know, it's many gods, but it's only one true God.
So, devil.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, you know what I'm saying? I'm praying or whatever the case may be, and I'm running it up, you know what I'm saying? And it's just coming like this, right? So I'm taking care of any and everybody, even though, because after I lost everything, everybody that I was buying all this stuff for, I'm talking about they ridiculed me, they talked down on me. I'm talking about, yeah, that's what he get, this and that, and he was this and that, and you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about these are people, I'm talking about rent I was paying, like clothes I was buying all the sections, all the bottles, I was giving them money, I was doing this and everything. And I'm talking about everybody turned their back on me, like everybody. So I was like, wow, like that's what people on, right? So then that's what really like caused me to just be angry and angry and angry. So I'm like, man, I'm finna take a dump on all y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was saying, right? They making memes about me, all type of stuff. So I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying? So that put me in a grind mode. So I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's when like a month and a half go by, I made that 320,000, whatever the case may be, in that month and a half. And everybody looking, they like, wow, bro, like how the freak did he do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he a real hustler for real, you know? And that's when I bought all my jewelry back or whatever the case may be. I had bought new jewelry, bigger jewelry, you know what I'm saying? And instead of an apartment, I had got a house built, all type of stuff. And that's when I bought my mama a Benz. And what else? I wasn't going to the clubs no more. I was still dealing with females or whatever the case may be, but it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they had limited access to me. So what had happened? Then I got with the shawty or whatever. After I got with shawty or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We good. You know what I'm saying? She found out about what I used to do or whatever with the women. So I stopped doing that. And after I stopped doing that, I was still in the streets, but I was trying to like transition. So I'm like, let me go ahead and start me a trucking business or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I try to start a trucking business or whatever, right? And I'm just waiting on my documents to come out of this and that. Next thing you know, April 15th of 2022, it was Shawty's birthday that I was with. And it was her birthday or whatever. And I had got a Corvette. And then I had this surprise birthday party sections, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna be the best man you ever had. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to spoil her and do whatever, right? And I had like a decoration that I was gonna have done for her at the Omni. We got this hotel called the Omni. It's like a really expensive hotel, whatever. And I get all this stuff there, right? So I pull up to one of my partner's cribs or whatever, get a haircut, whatever, and he usually keep his back door open or whatever the case may be, why he couldn't. So I'm watching my car the whole time or whatever. When I'm watching my car the whole time, nothing going on or whatever, right? So we get done or whatever, right? And you know what I'm saying? He texting or whatever. I'm thinking nothing of it. So me and Shotty, you know what I'm saying? We talking or whatever. And then he finally get done on my haircut again. This is my dog. So I'm like, all right, bro, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Remember what I told you. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a surprise party for my girl that night, but she didn't know about it, but he did, you know? So I invited him. So I'm like, he was like, yeah, bro, I'll be there with this net. So he texting, he get on the phone. He's like, hey, bro, I just got done with my last client. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be straight to you, do this and that. Cool. So we dap it up or whatever we do. And then we go, me and Shawty, we leave or whatever, right? And then it got this little section before you go down the stairs out the apartments. It got this little section where I usually like take my videos because it got good lighting. So I take my section. I see somebody had parked next to my Corvette. And I'm like, it's a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole lot. I'm not understanding why they parked next to me, but whatever. So we go outside or whatever, we talking or whatever. I'm texting because again, I got the girl decorating the room, then I got my auntie decorating the crib for the surprise party that night too. So soon as I get to the car, or whatever, a dude, I look usually when I got all my jewelry on, because I have more jewelry than I do now. Usually when I got all my jewelry on, I usually have my on me too. So whenever I got my and I got my jewelry on, I usually hold it until I get in the car. And I'm looking in the car and I'm like, okay, it's nobody in there, so cool. So as soon as I'm trying to get in the car, somebody hop out the back seat of the car. And when they hopped out the back seat of the car, he drew down on me. And he was all like, yeah, give me that chain, give me that watch, this and that. Because I had a buzz down rollie at the time. He was all like, give me that chain, give me that watch. And I'm looking at him, I said, and I look at Shotty, and I'm like, and we look at each other, and I said, is this for real? You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, mother, this for real, this and that. And then I'm like, and I look at Shotty again, and I'm like, nah, bro. I said, nah, not in front of my girl. And he was all like, I don't give a about none of that, this and that. Boom. He tried to put the gun on me. And then I'm like, all right, bro, you got it. I like, all right, you got it, bro. And then I look back at it, I'm like, dang, bro. I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, dang, bro, like, I done worked this hard, bro, for all this, bro. You think you finna take it from me, you crazy. And then I'm like, and then I went basically into like protective mode. I'm like, cause she not from here, she from Cali. And it was, you know what I'm saying, she came down here to celebrate her birthday with me. So I told her, I'm like, okay, I told her, I'm like, all right. I mean, in my head, I'm thinking, no matter what, I need you to go home to your people. You know what I'm saying? So if I gotta die, just to make sure that you go home, then that's what it is. So I'm like, I pretend like I'm finna take my chain off or whatever. He seen that I had mine, and then he put the gun to me. He like, yeah, this ain't. He was like, don't even think about it. I'm like, all right, bro, you got it. So I try to unclip the and then I look back, and then I hit the gun up or whatever. And I was like, I try to hit the gun up or whatever the case may be, and I tell him, I'm like, nah, this ain't finna go down. God damn. I'm just doing it like this. All right, so he got it on me or whatever, right? So I'm pretending like because I had a Cuban link. So I act like I'm unclipping it or whatever. When I act like I'm unclipping it, he got the on me. I hit it up. And when I hit it up, I stole it. And when I punched him, or whatever the case may be, he fell back. And then I'm trying to get my stuff so I can him. And boom, he hit me. So I fell to the ground. When I fell to the ground,
he punched you.
No, he shot him.
No, he shot me. No, he shot me.
Okay.
Oh, and you can say it on camera. You can say it.
Yeah. I thought
okay.
He took the gun. Okay.
He hit it up.
No, I had my own gun. He had his own gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had my own gun. My gun was inside my shorts. So I was trying to pull it out, but when I was trying to pull mine out, he shot me with his. So I dropped to the ground or whatever, and I'm pretending like I'm dead or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And when I try to drop down to the ground and pretend like I'm dead, he kicked me in my face. Yeah, he kicked me in my face. And when he kicked me in my face, he's like, yeah, give me that motherfucking watch and this and that with the woo. And he tried to take the watch off, but the way that I had my rollie, I could take it off. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you got it, bro. I'm like, you got it, woo. So he tried to unclip it, right? When he tried to unclip it, I don't know what it is, but it's like my adrenaline, like I went in survival mode, right? So I got some strength, right? I lift up, right? I hold the gun or whatever, right? And when I'm holding the gun, as we backing up type stuff, right? So I hold the gun, I drop the clip, for some reason, the Army skills just went in play. So I dropped the clip or whatever, right? Boom, like the gun went off or whatever. So he shot the one that he had in the chamber. And then I hit him or whatever. So now, you know what I'm saying? He pistol with me. He hit me in my left eye. So when he hit me in my left eye, it's like my left eye closed. So I'm just literally seeing from my right eye now. And I'm like, so then fear came over me. And I'm like, bro, I'm going to die, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I try to get my gun. Boom, you know what I'm saying? I hit him or whatever, right? Then he's like, nah, you ain't finna get me. So now we fighting over my gun or whatever the case may be. He like backed me up to my Corvette and some sharp had hit me. So when some sharp had hit me, like the gun had got in his hand out of mine. Boom, he shot me again. But I had so much adrenaline, like I couldn't feel the shot, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know where he had shot me. So by now I'm like, bro, you're not finna kill me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Now we wrestling over my gun or whatever the case may be. When we wrestling over my gun, I'm talking about the gun fell to the ground or whatever. So now we punching. And I'm whooping him, bro. He hitting me or whatever the case may be. And then somehow, you know what I'm saying, we grappling each other, trying to make sure that neither one of us get the gun or whatever, right? I picked the gun up. Wait, did I pick the gun up? No, I didn't. I did not pick the gun up. I tried to pick the gun up, but it's like he like pushed me down or whatever, right? And then when I had got up or whatever, we grappling each other because he had the gun now. So we grappling. So now we grappling each other or whatever the case may be for the gun. He pushed me back again to the freaking Corvette. Some hit me sharp, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the doorknob or what, but it hit me sharp, so I fell to the ground. When I fell to the ground, his back door was still open that he hopped out of. He sat on there, right? I try to get up and hit him so I can get the gun. He put the gun to my chest, and then it pulled the trigger, and it did not go off. And I was all like, wow, bro, that was nothing but God, because I had just shot, bro, with the same gun that he just put to my chest, and it was a brand new gun. It was my gun. So I knew, you know what I'm saying? And I go to the range a lot with it. So when he pulled the trigger, it did not go off. And I was all like, my eyes got like super big. And that's whenever like, I was like, wow, bro, he really trying to kill me, you know? So he tried to cock it or whatever, but it would not cock. It would not cock. And I was all like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just sitting there shocked because I'm like I say, one of my eye closed because he pistol with me. And then the other eye just like real big, like, wow, he just put this in my chest and it did not go off. And I just shot, bro, with it. You know what I'm saying? So he threw the gun or whatever in the car. He get up looking for his I hit him. He fell to the ground. When he fell to the ground, I jumped in the backseat of his car and I'm looking for my gun or whatever because he threw it in his car. So I'm jumped in his backseat. I'm looking for the gun or whatever with one eye and my eye dripping. You know what I'm saying? So he jumped in the backseat with his gun. But again, I had dropped the clip and kicked it. So he didn't know where the clip was. So now he just pistol whipping me in my head with the gun or whatever. And I finally get the gun or whatever, right? So when we get the gun, you know what I'm saying? We fighting over it back and forth with the woo. And then we just start letting it go. Boom, 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 boom. And then next thing you know, I'm talking all this crap to him. You this, you that, and I know you ain't like that. And do you know who I am, boy? I'm gonna get you this and that and whoop. I'm just going off on him. And I'm like, nigga, you ain't about nothing and this and that. And he was like, man, I don't give about none of that, this and that. You gonna give me that chain? You gonna give me that watch? I'm like, bro, you willing to die over this, bro? You willing to die over this? Do you know who I am? And did it. So next thing you know, right? Then we just start letting it go again or whatever, right? He put the gun like this and boom, like it went off and it hit me in the head. So now my head just gushing. And when my head gushing, right, it seemed like stuff just went in slow motion after that. And it was like, so I tell Shotty, I told Shotty, I said, baby, call the police. And he was all like, no, yeah, if you do this, then I'm gonna get at you and I'm gonna do this and that to you. I said, boy, you ain't gonna do nothing to her, do this and that. So then after that shoot, we just empty the clip out or whatever. After that, we just empty the clip out or whatever. So then dude finally came downstairs, the one that cut my hair, my partner, and then he was all like, he looking in the back seat or whatever, and he like, bro, what y'all doing, bro? And I said, bro, get this, bro, he's trying to kill me, bro. He trying to shoot me, bro. Like, he tried to rob me, bro. He done already shot me, bro. You see the blood coming out my head. You see the blood coming out my arms and stuff. So I like, bro, get this. He was like, bro, I don't got my gun, bro. This and that. And I'm like, But in my head, I'm thinking, bro, you had your gun on you whenever you was cutting my hair. You had another gun on the couch. What do you mean you got your gun on you? And then whenever everything had started, nobody was outside. But then, of course, when everybody hear gunshots, everybody want to be nosy and come out. Plus, they seen a fight. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was outside and recording and all type of stuff. So dude, he was all like, bro, I ain't got my gun on me, bro. I said, bro, get this gun, bro. It's right here, bro. Get it and shoot this so I can call him because I'm gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna unalive him. You know what I'm saying? So I just need you, bro, to help me get the advantage, you know? And he was all like, bro, I don't want to go to jail, bro. And I was all like, and I'm thinking in my head, like a million thoughts just ran through my head. And I was all like, dang, bro, this dude set me up, bro. I'm like, he set me up. I say, bro, you set me, you know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm thinking, bro, you set me up. And then a million things started running through my head. And I was all like, dang, bro, like my mama finna bury her son and my kids finna be without a daddy. My baby mama finna have to what you call.
I'm out here getting my hair cut by a dude. I'm talking to my gal thinking it's all peaches and cream.
Whole time he plotted on me, right? Whole time he plotted on me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, and this is my partner. I'm talking about, bro, we was like close. Like we used to do everything together. You feel me? So it hurt me real bad because I'm like, dang, bro, like this is what money, but that's why I say, bro, money is the root of all evil, bro.
They figured you was soft, bro. They figured it'd be a sweet. They didn't know that you would be out there tussling. You know,
yeah, fact. That thought it was gonna be easy lick.
Don't last that long.
Yeah. I feel like I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I feel you should have been an easy lick. You know, you're risking eternity in hell.
Yeah.
Over some jewelry. You know what I'm saying?
Over some jewelry. Yeah.
Your mind wasn't in the right state. Like when you say
it wasn't at all.
Yeah,
all I was thinking about was losing again because of the my crib got broken into, so I already took that big loss. And I'm like, bro, I ain't finna take this big loss again.
But you was of the world. You was fighting for your kingdom.
Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Brother, you supposed to give that you took a big risk. You supposed to get that watch up and just go and get that chain up. Bygones be bygones. You risked your whole life, brother. If you would have been gone, you'd have been
for eternity.
That's one hell of a fight. I know you out there.
No, for sure.
Swinging. Get up off me.
Say all you see is moving on the ground on the pavement.
No, literally, you hear me? But I was thinking about that same thing too. I was all like, wow, bro. Like now that I look back at it, I was all like, bro, you really tried to kill me over watching a chain. You know what I'm saying? Like this chain, and it was this chain. My blood is literally still in it, bro. Like no matter how much I try to clean it, bro. It's just still like right here. My blood is literally still right there. Like
you better be glad you was dealing with a guy that was kind of soft with it, you know, because
facts.
He would have gone ahead, killed you, and just gone took your chain. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but it's the fact that that's the thing, right? So whenever dude was saying that, when he was like, bro, I want to go to jail, bro. Like, and all these thoughts had ran into my head, right? And I'm just watching the blood drip from my head and drip from wherever else I had got shot at or whatever, right? And I'm like, wow. So I'm watching it drip on the floor. I'm watching it drip on dude back seat and then drip on his floor. And then next thing you know, I woke up and I was in an ambulance. And it's weird because it's like when me and my mama, we get in the same vicinity, it's like our souls can feel each other or something, right? Because again, from what they tell me that happened, I had fell out the car and dude thought I was dead. You know what I'm saying? So, cause they said that my eyes had rolled back or whatever. And then the dude that would cut my hair, he was all like, bro, somebody help my partner. KB, don't die. KB, don't die on me, bro. Like, wake up, KB, stay up with me, bro. Don't die. They said that's what Shadi would tell me that he was saying. And, but then she told me that dude was watching the whole thing, bro, from his balcony. So I'm like, you're supposed to be like my dog. We literally was like best friends. And you just watching me fight for my life. I was fighting for my life for like 10 to 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and you didn't do nothing? Like, make that make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I was in the backseat of the ambulance, right? And then it's like when my mama got there, it's like my soul woke up or something. And I set up, and I was wearing all white that day. And I'm telling you, it was fully red. Like everything, my shoes, my shirt, my shorts, everything was just fully red. I had this hole in my head and all type of stuff. So when I set up, me and my mama like literally instantly locked eyes because she looked in the ambulance and she just burst out crying. And then I burst out crying. And then I laid back and I was telling And I was telling the ambulance people, I was like, please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. My kids need me. My kids need me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm young. I'm only 26 years old. Like, please don't let me die. Like, they was all like, don't worry, just calm down. We're not gonna let you die into this and that. And then I just started crying, and then I just started repenting. I just started repenting.
Amen.
And I was like, I was telling him, I was like, God, please, I know I ain't been the best son, but please forgive me for all my sins. And you know what I'm saying? If you just let me in your kingdom, if it's my time to go, then it's my time to go, Lord. I know I ain't did right for these past couple of years, but I just pray, Lord, that you please just forgive me for all my sins and accept me into your kingdom. If it's your will, let your will be done. That's what I said, right? Mm-hmm. So then, shoot, I laid back and I passed out, you know what I'm saying? And then I woke back up and I was in the hospital. And that's when all the detectives was there and everybody was there asking me all these questions. So, shoot, after that, I got disconnected from everybody. Like, I stopped hustling. I got out the streets, like, for good, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when I started leaning more to drugs and, like, I mean, I wouldn't say drugs, but, like, I started smoking a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was drinking a lot, trying to hide the pain. I still wasn't trying to let God in. And then it didn't take, because when the women didn't work, the money didn't work. And then, you know what I'm saying, all the friends and the fame that I thought I wanted, none of that worked, right? Even when I had all this bread, right, the money literally tried to, like, take control of me. It tried to become my God, because at one point in time when I had $300,000 in cash and I was looking down at it and I was out and I literally heard a voice in my head say, you don't need God no more. You can buy whatever you want now. What you need God for? And I was all like, and I'm like, I'm tweaking or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe I'm tweaking, right? But then the more money I was getting, the more those thoughts kept getting louder. And I was like, wow, bro, like, money really tried to become my God. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I said, I realized, bro, that why people sell their souls or whatever the case may be, because if they not strong-minded, they'll fall into that trap of, like, saying, well, shoot, I can, what I need to pray for. I can buy whatever I want now. Like, I can go, I can do what I want to do. I can take care of my mama. I can take care of my people. I ain't never got to stress no more. So what do I need God for? That's literally what people would do. But I was just strong-minded to know, like, nah, bro, like, God can't heal me. God can't restore. I mean, not God. Money can't heal me. Money can't restore me. Money can't help me break these vices and things like that, you know? So, like I say, whenever I was leaning towards the women and the money and the drugs and all that stuff, and it just wasn't satisfying me. And I'm like, I'm just wasting money, right? So I after I got shot and stuff like that, shoot, I lost all my money. You know what I'm saying? Well, really, I gave it away. So I wouldn't say I lost it, because I really gave it away, like doing things for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I was all like, man, I'm just happy to be here. And I'm like, and then whenever the money tried to take control of my mind, I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't need this. You know what I'm saying? So I just really just started giving it away or whatever. So then I got my crib or whatever. And shoot, that took a big chunk of the money too. So got the crib or whatever, still doing stuff for everybody. And then once the money dried up, everybody was gone. Again, everybody was gone. And then what just made me really just get back into God, it was whenever my baby mama took my kids and they moved to New York. So after they moved to New York, I was just heartbroken, and I ain't had no money, so I couldn't go buy drugs. I couldn't buy alcohol and stuff like that. So that was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like God forced me to deal with my emotions. I had no choice. It was either to kill myself or lean on him. It was one or the other, because I definitely tried to kill myself. Like, after, like, all those thoughts was going through my head, I'm like, I lost all my money, my kids, you know what I'm saying? So of course I tried to kill myself, like, because I ain't know no better, you know what I'm saying? So whenever I tried to,
you said you didn't know no better, but you said you read the Bible.
I mean, yeah, I did, but like,
okay, well,
reading the Bible at 20,
he had the knowledge of a bit, but you wasn't there yet.
You just didn't believe in it. You knew it, but you didn't believe.
Yeah, I didn't believe in the power of it. Like, I didn't know how powerful God's word is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can quote the scripture.
Although you had a supernatural experience.
Yeah, even though I had a supernatural experience. But again, me thinking like, man, that's my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, because a lot of people be thinking that. A lot of people be thinking that. They be like, nah, these are my own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? They don't be knowing that it's really be God or the Holy Spirit be trying to talk to you. But a lot of people don't know that, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to decipher the difference. So whenever God isolated me and moved everybody from my life and I lost everything, I had no choice but to deal with it. So then that's when I got back in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And then I started getting new revelations. So because again, I left the church because I was church hurt, right? But I didn't have a relationship with God. I had a relationship with the church. Feel what I'm saying? So whenever the church hurt me, I'm thinking, well, shoot, God, these your people. So clearly you hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Until I actually just got a true relationship with God. And he set me out. I had to literally deal with my emotions. You know what I'm saying? I cried every single day. So I was all like, God, if you just heal me, if you just restore me, if you just, you know what I'm saying, renew me. I don't want to kill myself. I don't want to smoke no more. I don't want to drink no more. I don't want to do none of this, right? I just want to be set free. You know what I'm saying? I don't want these evil thoughts no more. I don't want none of that. So I was telling God, I'm like, if you just heal me, I'm all yours. And sure enough, he did. He healed me. And this is me today. He healed me.
Are you are you married?
Nah, I'm divorced. I'm divorced now.
You divorced. So I know you still got the women, man. You still wear the chain, still got the ring. The woman is still come around. You know what I'm saying? Are you living in fornication?
Nuh-uh, not at all.
So when the last time you ain't got it?
Like 3 months ago.
Okay, so how long have you been following the Lord from then?
3 months.
3 months.
It was back in.
Hey, all right. You got a nice cut, chain.
Yeah, I told God. Now I told God, and I kept my promise. Like God, you know what I'm saying? He kept his promise to restore me.
Yeah.
So I had to keep my end of the bargain, and that's when I got on start TikTok, bro. And then that's because I was never a TikTok person. I was like, man, I ain't think I know TikTok.
Your DMs popping up.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on now, you looking, you seeing it?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. All right, so you know the door is in the heart too now.
For sure. But when I tell you, I have no desire because I had like whenever I asked God to like take those vices from me, he gave me the to revelation to fast. So I fasted for 21 days. And when I fasted for 21 days, he literally took all my vices away from me. Like I don't have a desire to smoke, drink, masturbate, watch porn, for women, like none of that, bro. When I tell you I've been clean, like I've been literally 100% clean. I don't do nothing in the streets no more, at all. Like I'm completely out the streets. I'm completely delivered from anything, bro, that the enemy, because he tortured me. Like the enemy literally tortured me whenever I was when I was trying to come back to God and I was asking God to heal me, right? Every night I couldn't sleep. I was having like demonic dreams, and literally the enemy had he spoke through me. Like a demon spoke to me, and he was all like, one day when I was asleep, and it was a dream. I don't remember like the exact dream, but I was in like a maze. And when I was in like a maze, right, I came to like an endpoint, right? And it was just darkness. And then it's like I had set up like in real life, but it's like I had set up in like real life, but I thought I was dreaming. And the enemy spoke to me. And he said, "You're mine. You're not going nowhere." But he spoke through me. Like a demon literally spoke through me. And it was all like, "You're not going nowhere. You're mine," or whatever, right? And I was trying to say Jesus, but I couldn't, like at all whatsoever. And then when I was trying to say Jesus, I couldn't. And then they was torturing me. They was all like, Jesus, 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 Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like making fun of it. You know what I'm saying? Making fun of me. So whenever I finally got the name Jesus out, like everything just like shriveled up. You know what I'm saying? And then I woke up, and then I started praying. That happened to me for like a whole week straight. That happened to me for like a week straight.
Well,
so it was hard. When I tell you he was trying to keep me, he was trying to basically pump fear into me and do like fear tactics to make me like, okay, well, I'm scared. But you know, God did not give us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and sound mind.
Amen. I've been through a lot, you know, just listen to your testimony. It literally can definitely be a movie. You went
book,
man, from what you went through your childhood to joining the gang to the fast life, finding Christ and then getting away from it, going back to the street, almost losing your life, and you know, like finding your way back through the Lord. What would you tell someone who's in your shoes or living a lifestyle similar to yours, man, girl or boy, man or woman, you know?
Yeah. first and foremost, stop chasing money. Because money is so imaginary. I try to tell people this, bro. Like, eventually, bro, money will literally mean nothing at all. Like, it will just be a piece of paper. And then, two, like, bro, God is literally enough. Like, when I tell you God literally provides, I haven't worked in years. Like, literally, I haven't worked in years. And I'm still, my bills never late. You know what I'm saying? My bills always paid. Like, he always finds some type of way to provide it, whether he sends somebody or what you call. And that's because I seek ye first the kingdom of God, and then his righteousness, and everything be added on to you. And everything, I mean, of course, he gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? So he literally been providing. Like, when I tell you I ain't missed a meal, my lights ain't been off, my water ain't been off. You know what I'm saying? My phone might have been off, but shit, I had Wi-Fi still, so I still could use my phone. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
God literally will provide, bro. You just got to just trust him. And I know that's hard to do. I know it's because we just, as human beings, we want to be in control so bad. Like, so bad. We want to, if we ain't got control, then we feeling like we about to lose everything. But anything that we lose, bro, it's because it wasn't meant for our life. And anything that God let go away or we lose, God always replace with better. I ain't never lost nothing that God didn't replace it and give it back. Feel what I'm saying? So if I lost a one car, I got a brand new car, a newer car. You know what I'm saying? If I lost a fake friend that I thought was real, God sent me a loyal, real friend. If I lost a bad girl, I got a better girl. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, better girl, fornication.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got a better girl, right? But I'm crying. But I tell you, bro, I promise you, if I was a fornicator, I swear to, I promise you,
okay.
I would.
All right. So you be on the phone. You don't be talking no gas on no phone, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still with the same girl.
Okay. Oh, you still with the same girl?
Yeah, I'm still with the same girl.
Is she holding out for 3 months? Y'all holding out?
I mean, she's staying in Cali. She's staying in Cali, and I'm in Texas. So it's like,
and she. Yeah. So on TikTok and Instagram, you know, when you scrolling down your page, you ain't seeing big booties pop up.
Yeah, of course I see it. I see it all the time. Because I still follow the same people that I was in the streets with. Like, I don't follow most people, you know what I'm saying? But like, I still have the same strippers, the same prostitutes.
You don't think you don't think you probably should unfriend them? You know,
if it's I mean, you can mute them. I just mute them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't watch their stories and stuff like that. Okay. But the way that the algorithm work these days, it's gonna pop up on your stuff.
Yeah, because the devil over the algorithm, he know you trying to follow the Lord. He gonna see y'all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's it. Like, the way that they got it now, it's like people I don't even follow be on my timeline, and they be like naked, or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. But I just go ahead and scroll up. You know what I'm saying? Like, my girl, she bad. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need to look at other chicks anyways. Amen. Like, but at the same time, it's like, like, I had that bad at first. Before I fasted, I ain't gonna lie. before I was on that fast, hey, man. Right. I had it bad. I ain't gonna cap it down.
Right. I gotta give you this one. Hebrews 11 verse 26. For if we willfully sin after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifices for sins. So, you know, even though, you know, when you read the Bible and then you went back into the world, you know what I'm saying? And I pray that you really have a connection with God. I pray that, you know, he really forgave you for, you know, what you have done, you know, because I'm pretty sure, you know, when you was having them girls do all these type of things, selling these drugs, I'm pretty sure you thought about God, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he crossed your mind, especially if you had a supernatural experience with him, you know, but I want to say you overrode it because of your ambitions, because of your,
that's what it is.
You wanted to get the
my
money.
Greed and pride. Yep.
Yeah, you love that money, you know what I'm saying? And that can be a powerful thing, because even though you say you don't got the money like that, you still look like money. So I mean,
for sure.
I'm pretty sure when you go to church and stuff, do you wear the jewelry to church?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty. How they look at you, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, they love me.
Right.
They love me. They like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, most of the people, they know my story. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say they know my story, but like, my big bro, he the pastor. And then he made me the co-pastor. So he trying to ordain me, you know what I'm saying, and trying to like teach me, you know what I'm saying, the ropes of everything. So of how to run a church and stuff like that. So
Wow.
So
I
you
mean,
finna be you about to do you feel like
you gotta
God
be
has put you
called
in
by
place for that?
yeah, you gotta be called by God to do that.
Yeah. You said, do I feel like what? What did you say?
Go ahead, Nisha.
Oh no, I was saying, do you feel like God has put you in place to be ready and do that? Those are some big shoes to fill. You know, you're gonna you got people's souls in your hands to determine whether, they get into the kingdom or they go to hell. A lot of people
Yeah.
they depend on a pastor to get their fruit from, to lead
And
them in the way.
you 100% right about that.
And you have to be that example.
Yeah, and you have to be called by God.
Yeah.
Like God will
Yeah.
literally call you.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. And that's what I mean. How do I say it? That's literally, I mean, all I do on my TikTok anyways. When I be on live, I be having thousands of people on my live.
Mhm.
And because like I say, before I start even using TikTok,
Mhm.
I had a following and stuff like that. But I use my TikTok literally strictly to spread God's word. You know what I'm saying? And then when I be on live, I have Bible study every day, 7:30. Every day, 7:30, we have Bible study. You know what I'm saying? We worship, we praise, we read. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I teach them the word. So I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? For like a couple months now. And God, he definitely done. He like I say, how can I put it? Like
You said
all I do now is literally preach. That's all I do.
You said you've been doing it for 4 months now, but you told
No,
me
3 months. No, 3 months, not 4 months. No.
Okay,
I've been doing it for 3 months.
All right. All right.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I never no. No, I didn't say 4 months. No, I said 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
3 months.
Thank you.
Homeless event that I'm throwing. I got a homeless block party that I'm throwing, and we're gonna be doing street evangelism.
Amen.
So
that's what we do, man. We really get out here and preach the word, especially that's where the fish at. That's where the people that are lost at, you know what I'm saying? So like everybody, even we come across, we interview a lot of these rappers or whatever. It seems like none of them want to get in those streets and really preach the word. It's all about just music. It's all about just
it's because they scared. They're not really like that, bro, at all. They're not really connected to the streets. They just like the image of it. Right. So that's why when I was that's why I'm so big, like in the streets and where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? Because I was really in the streets. Like my cousin's really in the street.
You don't have to be really in the streets to get out there and preach. You got to just love God and love people. He said, love thy neighbors yourself. Yep. So if you truly love them, you're going to give them the gospel. You're going to know these people on the way to hell. You know what I mean? Say I love you and not give you the words of God. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
That's the highest form of love, bro.
I truly agree. And when I tell you, like today, for instance, right? Ever since the last time I got a haircut, right? I usually, you know what I'm saying, the barbershop, they'll play their worldly music or whatever the case may be, right? So I just be listening to my little Jesus music, or I'll be watching like Christian sermons and stuff like that. Because again, every day I give sermons, you know what I'm saying, to people. So one day the music just stopped on one of the videos that I was playing, and then they were saying Jesus, right? And it seemed like soon as the music stopped, right? And then Jesus' name came out, right? Everybody just looked at me, you know what I'm saying? When everybody was looking at me, they was like, oh, I heard Jesus, right? And then they started like doing some weird dance moves or whatever, right? Then they changed from their worldly music to now they started playing worship music and all type of stuff. So I'm like, that's why it says, bro, like we in the world, but we're not of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like be not conformed of the world. You know what I'm saying? So since I ain't conformed to the world, I continue to be the light in the dark place. Yeah. Now, every time I come to the barbershop, they don't even listen to the worldly music no more. They only listen to the worship music, just out of, I guess, respect for me or whatever the case may be. I don't know what they do whenever I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? But now, and that's just because I didn't conform, of course, and then I didn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I didn't compromise. Right? I could have compromised, and I know the songs, you know what I'm saying, that they listen to, so I could compromise, and I could be rapping, and I could be doing this and doing that, right? But I'm like, nah, I'm going to just be obedient to what God want me to do. I know he don't want me to listen to this, bro, so I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, do my thug thing.
Do you know who we are in the Bible?
You say what?
Do you know who we are in the Bible?
Are you talking about, like, people or black people?
Yeah, as us, like
African. You talking about, like, Israelites or Gentiles?
Yeah, Israelites, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I just got done reading Exodus.
Okay, so you know,
I literally just got down reading Exodus. How Moses was at Saint Mount Sinai. What is that? Mount Sinai,
yeah,
bro. I ain't gonna lie. The Israelites was really ungrateful, very much so ungrateful.
yeah,
Like
you were.
We
yeah,
worship,
very
we
much
worship
so
a lot of
ungrateful.
gods and all stuff.
Yeah, in Deuteronomy.
Well, yeah, I seen when Aaron made the calf or whatever. Whenever Moses was at Mountain Sinai for 40 days and 40 nights. And that's whenever God was giving him, of course, the Torah or the rules or whatever. And they was just so impatient and they didn't know when Moses was going to come back down. But it's so crazy you brought this up because I literally just preached about this last night. So that's funny. And they were just like, we don't know when this Moses dude is going to come back down to this, that. So make us a God, you know what I'm saying, that we can worship. And that's when he took their jewelry or whatever, he made that gold calf or whatever the case may be, bro. So they start freaking worshiping and goddamn and God was literally fit to wipe them away, finna wipe them down.
Right.
And Moses had to intervene for them. Like, God, like you don't want the Egyptians to think you saved them, you know what I'm saying, out of freaking slavery, just so you can kill them in the wilderness. That makes zero sense. You know what I'm saying? How did that make you a just God? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know that was really shocking to me when I read it. Cause I didn't even know, bro, that God was gonna kill Moses if his wife didn't intervene. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even know that. So I'm like, so now I just be getting new revelations. So now, like I'm reading the whole Bible all over again. And every time, like I ain't gonna lie, Exodus was Exodus is a very interesting book to me. And Genesis is even more interesting.
Oh, yeah. It's like a lot of people they think of rap when we say like, oh, if you know who you are, just because you say, oh, you say you're Israelites or a Hebrew Israelite for a fact, they automatically assume that you're in the group with the ones that preach the hate. Right. You know what I mean? But it's not that. It's just saying
we just know our ethnicity.
We just
That's
know,
all we're saying.
We just know that
God's chosen.
Not saying we agree with what this group is doing, but we know our history of where we come from.
Amen.
We're not just black people in America.
We're from the tribe of Judah. We're the Judeans.
Exactly.
Deuteronomy 28 is talking about us. You know, we go to the four corners of the earth. You know, we were the ones that were slaves. You know what I'm saying? It's the Bible, surrounds us, bro. You know, so I'm glad people are starting to wake up to that fact. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
We are the chosen people of God. There's nothing wrong with saying it. You know, we're saved by grace through faith. So it's not by, you know what I'm saying, flesh. So just because we say that doesn't, like you said, it does, it rubs people the wrong way. But guess what? We know our ethnicity and we're not ashamed. We're still Christians. That's all we do. We just know who we are now. Everybody else know who they are. Why is it so
Why
bad?
can't black people know it?
Exactly.
So now now I feel whole, bro. To know that God has given us the Bible and that is our history. So therefore, I know who I am. I feel complete now. I was incomplete when I just thought my history stopped at slavery. I
agree.
That's why we copy what we see on TV. That's why we copy whatever the rappers is, whatever the new trend is. If we know our culture, I'm not copying nothing. I know who I am. It's only when you don't know who you are, that's when you mirror what you're seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're trying to find out who you are. Or maybe I like this, or maybe that's my identity when it's really not, bro.
Right.
And that's why I try to tell people too, like, you would never know your identity or your true purpose until you actually start to follow God. And that's when your purpose starts to unravel itself. But people don't know that. Like I say, everybody want to have control of their own life. And that's why I be saying, what to say? Like grace. A lot of people, they be feeling like they too far from God. Like, I done did this and I done did that. I'm going to hell anyway, so I might as well keep doing it. Why are you condemning yourself already, bro? All you got to do is literally repent, turn from your wicked ways, bro, and follow God. God waiting on you.
Right.
And He's waiting on you with open arms.
If
grace is free.
Yeah. Hey, going to hell shouldn't even be an option.
Like literally.
Be an option. You don't know. If you think it can be an option, go ahead, get on the pot, get on the stove, and go and get some boiling hot water.
I'm trying to tell you, and you might well get used to it. You might well get used to it.
You realize real quick, oh, this is not even an option.
You hear me?
I gotta follow God with all my heart. I gotta love Jesus. Thank you so much for dying for my sins. You'll be much more appreciative. I'm telling you, bro. Like,
and then when people
for what you're doing, bro, we really appreciate it. I slide down now.
We'll come on out now. If you,
so you said with the homeless, so you gonna be handing out meals?
It's a whole block party. I'm talking. I'm gonna have a DJ, barbers, makeup artists. Like, we literally transforming the lives of the homeless, bro. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have our clothing brands, bro. They making up, pressing up stuff for the homeless. I already told them it's 100% free. Nobody can't charge nothing. Wow. Like, we doing this for the homeless, but it's gonna be so big. All the streets gonna come out. I'm gonna have street vendors like food trucks, and you know what I'm saying, people gonna be cooking and all type of stuff. Like, we really transforming the lives of the homeless. Like,
we appreciate you sticking out for this past couple hours. We know time is valuable, man. But hey, keep in touch. We'll keep in touch, and we bless you.
I appreciate y'all, man. God bless y'all. Sure.
Thank you.
All right, good.